Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I wanted to share with you guys all of the new Halloween Day event items and how to get them. Again, keep in mind you can only get all 6 of these items on Halloween night itself from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. during the actual event. Now, some of these items are super cool. A couple of them come with DIYs, and there's a couple different ways to get them, so we'll jump right into it. So the first one that you're going to get is the Spooky Carriage, which I think is my favorite out of all the items. This is so cool. Basically a giant pumpkin on wheels. It's got a lantern on the side. It's got a lantern on the inside. It glows and looks pretty awesome. You can roll this thing around and pretty much put it wherever you want. It is a massive item, so you'll have to have lots of room. I have mine sitting on the corner of my pumpkin patch right at the entrance to my island, so it looks pretty cool. You see it right when you come in, and just a really cool item. Now, the way that you get this is by giving Jack Lollipop. So when you first give Jack a lollipop, he is going to either give you this, he may give you his head, he may give you his robe. There's a couple different things that he likes to give you, but you can get the Spooky Carriage just by giving him lollipops. You'll also be able to obtain the Spooky Carriage DIY by giving him lollipops. So that's just a second item that you can get if you continue to give him lollipops. Then instead of just having to get one from Jack, you can build them yourself, which actually takes a lot of wood, but you know, nonetheless, that's how you get the Spooky Carriage. It's a really awesome item. Now, the second item that you're going to get is the spooky flooring. As you guys can see in my house here, it essentially just looks like hardwood floors. Some of the tiles have pumpkins on them. Some of the tiles have 4 pumpkins on them. They look a little bit different, but overall, it's a pretty cool, unique looking hardwood floor. I like the spooky flooring. You can get this a lot of different times, and you can put this in pretty much every room in your house if you want. The way to get the spooky flooring is just by giving your villagers candy during the Halloween event. So obviously, as you give these to them, they will give you DIYs, they will give you random stuff, and the spooky flooring can be obtained by giving your villagers candy. The third item you're going to get is the spooky garland. You guys can see what this looks like hanging on my wall. Essentially, you just have a bat, 2 pumpkins, and a ghost. You can get as many of these as you want, and you can hang them all throughout your house. At one point in time, I had like 5 or 6 hanging in my living room, but I think it looked a little goofy having so many of them next to each other, but they actually fit pretty well and look cool when they go around your entire room. So the other way to obtain these again is by giving your villagers candy. So this is the spooky garland. The fourth item that you're going to get is the spooky rug. This is again obtained by giving your neighbors candy during the Halloween event. And as you guys can see, I've got it right here in the middle of my living room. It's basically a green, orange, and purple rug. It's a very big rug, and it's got pumpkins all over it. You guys can see in the middle, we have several different jacks that kind of rotate around the rectangle here. And then we've got pumpkins on the outside. So really happy with this rug. I think this looks pretty awesome. Again, a really big rug. I thought maybe it was going to be fairly small, but it's pretty big. Really awesome rug. Again, give your neighbors candy and you will obtain this. The fifth item that you're going to get is the spooky wall. Again, this can be obtained once again by giving your neighbors candy on Halloween night. And you guys can see I have it here in the living room. It's basically a purple and orange striped wallpaper. On the orange, we have bats, and on the purple, we have pumpkins. I think it looks pretty unique. They did a really good job at customizing the spooky flooring, walls, and rugs here. I think it all fits together pretty well, as you guys can see when you have all 3, as well as the spooky garland on the wall. It actually looks like your house is decorated for Halloween. So looks pretty awesome. Really happy with the wallpaper. Again, giving your villagers candy on Halloween night is how you're going to be obtained, or how you'll be able to obtain this as well. Now, the final spooky set item that you have to wait until Halloween night to obtain is the spooky wand. Now, unfortunately, I do not have one at this time. However, what you need to do to get this is give Jack lollipops. He will then in return give you the blueprint to build a spooky wand. Now, what you need for this is a spooky lantern, which is very easy to get, but you also need 3 star fragments. So if you don't have these, you need to wish upon shooting stars and collect the fragments. Currently, I have 0 in my inventory, so I wasn't able to build one. But once you get this, you guys can see on the screen what it's going to look like. It is basically just a wand with a pumpkin on the end. It looks pretty awesome. You can walk around with this and dress up as Jack if you want. But these are the 6 items that you're going to be able to obtain on Halloween night by giving your neighbors candy, by giving Jack candy, and by giving Jack lollipops. If you guys have any questions or anything else to add about obtaining these specific items, please make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure and try to help some of you guys out. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.